Hi, this is Tony Reid with Rattling the Cage for Tap Out and MMA Worldwide magazine. Here with Kenny Florian. You've probably seen him somewhere before if you're watching this. We're here in Philly, actually, for UFC 133. Just kind of hanging out, getting ready for some fights tonight. We'll do a quick interview, jump into some questions here. First one, if you could fight anyone in any weight class, who would you choose to fight and why? Kurt Pellegrino. I mean, you've been in a number of weight classes at this point. Is there anyone, like, just hypothetically, like,
let's see,
heavyweight?
No, not really. You know, honestly, the fight that I want most right now is my next one against Jose Aldo, which is, you know, I've always done this to challenge myself, and definitely have a big challenge in Aldo.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, if you could choose one fight from your career to this point, you kind of hang your hat on, or if someone's not familiar with your body of work, is there one fight that just sticks out and you're like, this is Kenny Florian at his best? Like, this is the fight I'm most proud of, that type of thing?
I don't know, you know, anytime I get that question, I hate watching my fights and my wins, and you know, I still always feel like I always should have done something better, but I don't know, I think maybe a fight that I could point to is maybe the loss against Sean Shirk, where I lost. I was outgunned. I had a lot less experience, but I went 5 rounds with a beast in there. And at the time, really, I think I had like 7 fights or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it showed people my heart anyway that I wasn't going to give up. I think I fought to the end. It was a bloody mess, and it was.
Bloody mess, but mostly his blood.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
dripping down onto you.
Yeah, that was gross. I got to drink a lot of his blood, but it was cool in that I got to show my heart, got to show my dedication. I think that was really kind of my entrance into the sport, because it was 5 hard rounds,
not just the
ultimate
fighter.
Yeah, and I think that took me to the next level, and said, all right, now it's time to work, Kenny. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what's the most memorable moment from a training session that no one would hear about? I know you've trained, Pellegrino, you've trained for us and GSP and all those guys, TriStar, you've been around. Is there one training story that someone might be like, oh my god, I can't believe you said that, that you can share with us?
Let's see, man.
You can have a no comment here, that's fine if you don't want
I'm trying to think if I have any good stories. I just can't think right now.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get hit in the head? Maybe we'll go back to it. I'll see if I can think of something.
Alright. You have obviously a communications background, you've been on ESPN, with MMA Live, filled in for Goldie, or Rogan, Goldie actually, I'm sorry, filled in for Goldie, things like that. Do you, obviously, that's going to be somewhat in your future after, you retire from the fight game. Is that kind of where you see yourself after you kind of hang up the gloves? Is that
I'm going to be involved with this sport for the rest of my life, I love it so much, so I have a gym with my brother Keith in Boston, and definitely want to be a coach. I want to have some guys under me and really mentor, some fighters and try to take them to the highest level, and that would be real fun, and especially take, whatever. If I get kids and take them all the way up to the top level, that'd be amazing, So we'll see, but I'll be definitely doing commentary and coaching.
Do you enjoy that? Is that like something
I love
you really enjoy? You just kind of fell into it?
I love it. Like I said, I did communications, and I had an opportunity. The UFC asked me to help with one of their shows, Ultimate Fighter shows, and I loved it. I had a great time. And again, anything I could do to be a part of the sport, I love it.
Awesome. So here's a hypothetical. If you could fight anyone outside of the world of MMA, who would you choose to bring into the cage?
Well, one of the guys, Bin Laden, he's already killed.
They took
care of him. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hate for anybody right now.
You want to test someone's skills that might not know what the hell they're doing in the cage?
I don't know.
Survival skills, I guess, at that point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, the communications thing. I know you do a ton of interviews, I'm sure, and constantly ask the same questions, like a lot of these are. Is there any one question you've never been asked, or any topic that's never been covered that you're like, I wish someone would ask me about this, I'd love to talk about this, I wish, I'm sure you get the same old,
Yeah.
All unoriginal, like most of my questions.
No, they're fine. They're good. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know. I think pretty much. Yeah. I'm pretty much like a broken record at this point. So yeah.
Okay. So another question: who are your favorite fighters to watch? Obviously, you're a fan of the sport, of course.
Yep.
Who do you enjoy watching most? Like maybe the top 2 or 3 guys. Like you have to see their fights. You have to get the paper. You have to be there. Whatever. There are 2 or 3 guys that stand out above others.
You know, obviously Anderson Silva for me is a guy that I love to watch. George St. Pierre, guy I train with, like seeing how he is going to compete. And you know, a friend of mine, I love seeing how he's going to do. And he's just the ultimate competitor and works so darn hard. So, I like seeing him fight. Jose Aldo. I mean, this guy.
You're gonna see him, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna see him up close and personal.
As close
you know,
as anyone ever has.
but he's a guy who is very exciting to watch. He's aggressive, and that's the kind of style I like. You know, he goes for it. You know, oftentimes it's always a show anytime he fights. So guys like that, Vitor Belfort, very explosive. You know, so those kind of guys. Anyone who's aggressive and is going to go for the kill, and show a variety of skills. Even like a guy like a Damian Maia, who's real fun to watch on the ground. BJ Penn, those guys, you know, they're amazing to watch.
Okay, at the other end of the spectrum, who are the guys just like, I could pass on this pay-per-view. Anybody you would throw under the bus there?
I don't know. You know,
like, I wish he would do this. I wish he would, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
just kind of sitting there watching, like, you know.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes. You know, guys really. I think at this level now, you know, while there may be some guys who maybe not have the most exciting fights, I can always appreciate their skill. You know, like some guys don't like watching the wrestlers or whatever. I think it's amazing what they do. You know, once they get to the ground, you know, there's certain guys who maybe should be doing a little bit more work or whatever. But I enjoy watching the sport. You know, just as a whole. And right now, the people who are in the UFC, guys who are fighting at the highest level. You know, I enjoy pretty much watching them fight. You know, some of the guys that kind of throw out technique and just kind of swing for the fences, I'm not crazy about. But other than that, I don't really have specific names, I guess.
Okay, so you've been in the sport since before The Ultimate Fighter won, obviously, you've been placing up to that. How have you seen, let me put it this way, what is the most amazing thing you've seen in the sport since then, as far as evolution, progression? Have you ever just stopped and like, holy hell, this is...
Yeah, it's amazing how the sport's really progressed. You know, guys are getting so much better now. You're getting a variety of guys who are coming from different backgrounds, different disciplines, and now becoming so well-rounded and everything. It's amazing how far the sport has come. And you're getting real athletes. I think that's going to be the real difference. It's not guys who are coming out maybe just did martial arts or just tough men. Like, these are real, you know, athletes, and you're combining that with high-level skills and coaching. And you know, I still think we have so much more to go. I still think that there's no one who's figured out this sport. There's no one who's streamlined the training process for this sport. And it's only going to get bigger and better now.
Absolutely. Here's something, as we were sitting here, we kind of were chuckling earlier. Can you talk about the dynamic of, if you're at UFC Expo, there's 1,000 people in line to see you, but if maybe you're just kind of walking the street, 2 or 3 people stop you, is that like an odd thing to be so famous in certain areas, then you kind of like have your normal life too? I guess it could be a good thing. But
No, I like the normal life, you know? It's
be able to go to the bookstore and just sit there and not be asked for 100 autographs.
It's awkward, you know, but at the same time, especially because I came up a fan of this sport, you know. I used to be that guy who used to want an autograph and stuff. So that's why I try to never turn someone down unless I'm like dying at the weight cut or
they come in the sauna or the treadmill.
Just have somewhere I need to go immediately. But I always try to sign autographs and you know, shake hands, stuff like that. But it is awkward, you know. Like, people want to come up to me and stuff just because I'm a regular dude, you know. I appreciate the sport and stuff like that. And I'm nobody special, yeah.
Special.
Special in a bad way,
Okay, we'll finish up here and let you get going. Predictions. Obviously, we have to ask you for predictions. This is going to be your 3rd title fight, which is actually says a lot. I mean, I know Dana's had some disparaging comments, kind of like just out of frustration, I'm assuming. But obviously, saying something, you have another title shot. What do you think about what are you going to predict for the upcoming fight here?
You know, I try to go in there and expect everything. I don't know how I'm going to get it done. I don't know, you know, if I'm going to get the finish or not. But my goal is to really go out there and give Aldo hell for every second that I'm in there. And just make it a war. That's what I want to do, and just have a really good fight and challenge him. I'm confident that I can get it done. You know, I think Aldo's a phenomenal fighter, but
Right now, he's kind of the guy that's like, quote unquote, unbeatable. We all know that's not true, though.
Right.
So
Everyone's beatable. Everyone's beatable, and you know, I hope to bring in my experience and things that I've learned, and turn that adversity throughout my career, you know, some of the losses, and turn that into a positive, and just bring hell out there.
Nice. All right, this is Tony Reid, Tap Out Magazine, Rattling the Cage, Kenny Florian. We're gonna get a cheesesteak.
Oh man, I wish. Last time I was here.
That's right.
I know.
Training
Yeah, I got to get down to 145, so I wish I could.
Cheesesteaks.
I'd let you pay for it too.
I would. We'll take him up on that at some point here. All right, signing off.